Okay, welcome back to day 2 of manifesting my way out of brokenness. Here we have my puppy Tupaw. He is visiting for the day. He's not visiting, he's always here. He's just usually outside soaking up the sun because that's what he loves. But so yesterday I had touched up a little bit upon gratitude, but I wanted to start with a good quote. I just when you open books to pages and it's like, oh, this was impactfully just what I needed to hear, like a random page. And it's funny because I had just done it and now the page is gone. So must not have been that important. Let me see, let's just try one more time. Oh, by the way, this is the 4 Agreements, the companion book. So you can make journals and notes. This is another really good book that I would recommend that has changed my life and changed my life a few years ago when I first read it. My best friend, Erin, was telling me about it for a long time, and then I finally got it, and it's so simple, and it's something that's so commonly talked about. I feel like everyone's like, oh, the 4 Agreements, but I don't know how many people have actually read it, or if they did read it, if they actually internalized what was being said, because it really is so profound and the key to contentment and yeah. So anyways, let me see if I can pop that page open. That'd be really cool if I can. No, different page, but we'll read a random quote from here. It says, you love and respect yourself so much that you don't allow other people to disrespect you. You put boundaries on their words. You put boundaries on their wounds, not because you want to avoid them, but because you don't allow that poison to come to you. You don't judge other people, but you don't accept their poison because accepting their poison is going against yourself. That was already a really good paragraph, and I feel like in this time that we're in right now, protecting your energy is something that people talk about a lot, but being there for people while also not accepting their poison, as it's referred to in the 4 Agreements, is something that is very pertinent to helping you continue to stay authentically yourself and your own happy feelings, emotions, and all of those forms of expressions. When I was in my yoga teacher training in Bali, there was this yoga philosophy teacher, Dr. Ganesha, and this was something that he talked about, and he was like, it was kind of funny because he was like, the best way to be happy is just to spend your time with happy people. And it's like, okay, but not everyone's happy. It's not like my best friend can come to me and say, oh, I'm having a hard day, and you're like, nope, you're not happy, gotta go, you gotta get out of here, protecting my energy. Like, no, that's not how it works. So that's why these practices, the practice that I do, is something that helps me when I get to those situations. And another word that is very commonly used in society today is empath, empathic, empath. And while there are a lot of empaths, I think it definitely is a word that is overused. But it is very common for people to, okay, we're getting way off topic. There's so much interesting stuff in all of this realm that, again, I am not educated enough on to go deeply on, but I know the basics of things, and then maybe can provide, just pique someone's interest so they can go do their own research. But what I was talking about the empaths, what Dr. Ganesh was saying, okay, going back full circle, what Dr. Ganesh was saying at my yoga teacher training is that no, you don't say that, I can't be with you, but you need to have ways to be able to protect your energy. And protecting your energy can be, the yogis do it by saying mantras in their head, and they'll say mantras all the time. And there's a bunch of different mantras. You can have your own personal mantras. Obviously, they have Sanskrit mantras, but even just repeating Om in your head multiple times. It's, again, easier said than done, but it's all a practice. And ultimately, that's what our life on earth is for, is to practice. We're practicing being beings, you know? That's what we're here for. To be honest, I'm a bit frazzled this morning just because it's Thursday, my mom's coming, and I have a lot of work to be doing. So let's get started with our morning practice, why don't we? Right now I have, I'm moving my hand so much because I have this baby dog and he's laying on me and he's just so cute. Oh, you don't want to be held like that. Okay, we put it back down. There we go. This is Maya also. Maya, want to say hi? She does not like to be held. Maya. Okay, Maya, go down. There you go. Okay, so we're going to start with our breath work. I'm in a position where I'm still able to do it even with Tupaw on me. I have my legs like in diamond shaped, so that'll work. But I like to just, get yourself into a comfortable position. Put my hands on my knees, hands face up, hands face down, whatever is more comfortable for you. I'm gonna do hands face down because I feel like I need a little bit of grounding today. And generally that helps with grounding. Or so they say. Okay. So. Oh, by the way, the breathing that I'm gonna be doing is the same one that I did yesterday. So the belly, the rib cage, the upper chest. And once you do it frequently, you can do it without touching. I like to do it with touching anyways, just because it helps me literally, when you touch something, it's like you don't feel your ear, but when you touch it, you feel it, it's there. So it's like it helps you send your breath directly to that source. So that's what I'm doing. Okay. Now I'm just returning to my normal breath, rotating my neck out because that always feels good. Hello. Okay. So next, generally breathwork would prepare me for a little medi, but I kind of did that right after the breathwork because it just makes more sense for documenting the process, so it's not insanely boring for you guys. Okay. Next thing we got is our gratitude journal. Yeah. Gratitude journal. Okay. Here we go. I have my sweet puppy here, but he's gonna have to move because I have to put my knees up so that I can write. I'm so sharp. Oh, goodness gracious. Come here. Sit me down. Good boy. Now he's perfectly comfy again. Alrighty. So, I'm gonna go with 3 things from yesterday and 2 bonus little funsy ones. Girl. Okay, she's being naughty. Okay, she likes to bite my fingers. Okay, so anyways, back on track. My first thing was I'm so thankful to have gotten my second video done yesterday and the joy, peace, and clarity that I felt after, which it's true because I'm staying, this is day 3 now, or day 2 now, but it's helping me stay on track with what makes me feel good. And I went throughout the day yesterday having so much to do and I just really wasn't even stressed. And this is when she starts to eat my hand. Maya, that hurts. Maya, you must stop. You must stop that. Okay. I'm keeping my arms up for protection. Okay. So yeah, that felt really good for me. The next thing I wrote was, I am so thankful for the wind yesterday that cleansed the air and brought freshness and coolness into my home, and that it blew all the mosquitoes away. In this area of Italy, there's an insane amount of mosquitoes. I've tried to befriend them with positive energy. They're my enemies. It doesn't work. Well, I'm sure it's worked for someone, but it hasn't worked for me yet. If anyone has any tips, let me know. But yeah, so I was thankful for that wind yesterday. Wind is, it can be annoying for the hair, but here in Italy, it's pretty stale a lot of the time and humid, so the wind just kind of cleans everything up. So I really like that. Okay, I wrote, I'm so thankful for being able to spend time with my cousin yesterday. She's been really busy, and she, lives here in Italy, and it's been a while since I've been able to see her, so it was really nice. We had dinner together yesterday and hung out with our dogs, and it was good. So, and then I wrote another one from yesterday because I just had 4 that I wanted to write. I wrote, I'm so thankful for my mom's procedure went well yesterday. Because, my mom had a minor procedure yesterday, which I was thankful that she was finally getting it yesterday. And now, today, I'm thankful that it went well. So, yes, it went well. And then I wrote, I'm so thankful that my back is feeling better today. Last week, I hurt my back, and even to twist, I haven't been able to do yoga or twists. It's feeling better. So, that's good news. Anyways, I have a lot to do, and my cat is playing with my pen. And so let's do a card pull. Card pull for the day. I'm thinking that we will use I have a little rock. I'm thinking that we will use the messages from the ancestors card. Oh, let me show you what it looks like. These are my messages from the ancestors. I like these cards. These are awesome. Okay. Maya wants to play with everything. She's in full play mode right now. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got. Balance. So, I'm just going to read you the quick synopsis for these ones. Okay, you're out of balance, something you've been sensing for some time now. You've either been too focused on the mundane and the ordinary at the cost of your spiritual connection, or drifting along attuned to your higher self but lost in the etheric fog of living a few feet off the ground. If you find that you're too grounded, it's time to start or renew a spiritual discipline, such as regular meditation, which offers the experience of reconnecting with your spiritual self. If you've been feeling flighty, ungrounded, or lacking a true connection to Mother Earth, it's important that you get out into nature every day. Regardless of which polarity is true for you, make sure to spend some time with a favorite tree. Look, feel, listen, get acquainted. Tree will communicate with you and help set you on the right track to return to a place of balance. Yeah, which is interesting because I also said I felt like I needed to be more grounded, and I'm here looking at this beautiful olive tree in front of my yard. It's so nice. That being said, let's wrap this up with an affirmation. Our affirmation is, I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. I am so lucky that everything always works out for me with grace and ease. Maya just came under. Okay. So yeah, sorry. I didn't really have time to think of a topic that I wanted to go into further, and then I start rambling, but I'm definitely going to get better at this, and I'm definitely going to plan ahead next time we have a video. Tomorrow, the rest of this week, I think it's just going to be general morning practices because that's kind of all that I have the space for right now. But eventually I will also be, Maya, you're hurting me. Ow, please stop. But eventually I will also have the space to be able to prepare topics without rambling and getting off topic and talk about each and every single one of the little things that I like to do in detail. And I also was thinking it would be really cool to have a strategy session where we talk about how to set your perfect affirmations and finding what affirmations are good for you. Because I know it sounds like such crazy, BS affirmations, you're talking to yourself, whatever, but the mind and word magic and the effect that it has on the mind and everything around you and the universe is actually seriously profound. And even if you don't quite believe it yet, you know, they say fake it till you make it, but it's like you end up tricking your brain, and then you start to believe it. Okay, we're getting way long. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed this journey, like, subscribe, comment. Yeah, and I'll see you next time. Bye.